Uh,
Y'all are a trip.
I have no idea who this guy is, but this has popped up twice on my timeline that there's like some like probably neo-Nazi like white supremacist asshole who has, of course, a podcast who's like mermaids scientifically couldn't be black. It doesn't make any sense. It's like,
What?
what the fuck? What a hill to die on. Like, shut the fuck up.
Scientifically.
Scientifically, because there's so little light under the ocean, there's no point for them to be black, man. That's
Oh,
but you know the fishtail, that's fine. That shit's okay.
Then they released the cast and Ariel's black and King Triton's white.
Uh-oh.
We got some issues.
I'm just like, man, I can't believe it's this much discourse over it.
Really? You really can't believe there's this much discourse? It's been every fucking show that's out.
Every fantasy show.
Way too much benefit of the doubt.
The problem is nobody actually gives a fuck except for small people, and they just are loud, and then the other side just shouts them up, and then somebody has to come to their defense. So it just keeps getting louder and louder about nothing when like four people were mad in the first place. But then everybody needs a click, so they have to talk about it.
Well. Speaking of clicks, follow us on Twitter, follow us on YouTube, follow us on Instagram at DugInPod. Today's going to be a special show. I'm joined today by the full panel. At Itchy Witchy Shelby, she's back from last week, her absence last week. At Willie Icy Frozen, Mr. We Beat Nebraska, Mr. And My Soul. Hell, what are you doing, man?
Oh, y'all see, I'm trying to pull my foot out of Nebraska's ass.
Oh, man. And
tough.
At Iron Knight 23, thank you guys.
I just want that Scott Frost deal where I can embarrass my ass and get fired a whole month early and still get paid twice as much. Give me that contract.
Again, follow us. We're still doing the giveaway. If you make a comment during the giveaway month, you will be entered to win 2 AMC tickets so you can see the movie of your wishes. First up, House of the Dragon. Let's just burn through this because we have a lot of content today. What do you guys think? What do you guys think of the last episode? How are you guys feeling?
Well, after we got done dragging Nebraska, I figured I'd tune in the House of the Dragon the next night. Once again, another good episode. I gave it an 8 out of 10. We got the incest scene, which we knew was coming. Well, I guess semi-incest. I guess he didn't really get in there all the way, but you know where it's going. He's a sicko. Princess Rhaenyra is freaked out. I don't know what she's got going on. Otto, he got canned, which he should have. He's been a snake the whole time. I don't know, we got a lot of politics this episode. It was really good. I liked it. I enjoyed it a lot. What do y'all think?
Favorite moment was when the hand was trying to tell the king what they had Rhaenyra spot. He was like, say it, just say it. He's like, coupling.
Coupling together.
Coupling. Yeah, I was actually pretty impressed with that scene. When he fired the hand, whatever, just because like he'd finally like put the pieces together, and it kind of, you know, like we had already seen it obviously, and then like he finally put all the pieces together. I was like, oh yay, maybe now the king is on the same page as everybody else. But yeah, I mean, I don't enjoy the incest stuff at all. I don't understand people's obsession with Damon. also at all. Though his new wig is even worse than the first one. So
I was about to say he looks
that haircut is garbage.
he looks like
it's so
Gohan
bad.
after he
It's
grew
so
up.
bad.
Yeah,
Bad.
I don't know what he's got going on.
How about you, Ben?
Yeah, I'm liking this one. I'm with Will. This was an 8 out of 10. I mean, there's definitely uncomfortable stuff. We got Targaryens. It ain't going anywhere. We're gonna get this forever and ever. So buckle in. But I like it. I want more politics. Give me more. I love this. I feel like the wheels are finally turning. And I just read today too. It sounds like this is the current. I don't know how true it was, but it seems like this is her last episode. Are they gonna do like another time jump again or something too? Are we moving ahead again? Yeah. So things are gonna get rolling soon. I think that's pretty cool. But I liked it.
Yeah, I think this
Well,
is
jumping
Or
around.
to the time jump because it'll just be better to not watch her as a child anymore.
Yeah, that's fair.
Incest is a little better when they're like a grown ass woman and not a child. Still gross, but better.
I don't know. I thought they would continue the story of how she's going to eventually marry and slowly go through the story of how that the house started fighting each other. But this episode, I thought that was the premise. Like, this is still the premise of all of this that's about to happen. So they're setting it up well. We're almost halfway through the season, so I think I give it an 8.5 out of 10. Good script, good writing, good directing. This director specifically said that it was hard shooting a sex scene from a woman's standpoint because it's never been done. It's always been through a man's standpoint, and I thought that was very interesting. On like while I was watching, I was like, man, they're focusing real hard on like her face and her reaction and her taking control over Damon. And then when Alicent was in the bed and she didn't want to be there, it was focused on her face, her reaction, her fingernails, like her anxiousness. And I thought it was good. I thought it was real nice that, they went a different route than normal sex scenes. But again, yeah, you guys said it. It's all about how one thing really happens, and then it's whoever writes the history for that thing that happens. Luckily for Rhaenyra, she was able to lie her way out of it because she was guilty all the way through. And the only
Technically not. They didn't sleep together.
don't give me that. Come on. The only reason why is because he's probably, one, impotent, or two, he likes being in control. He doesn't have a kid in the show. His wife couldn't get pregnant. His current girlfriend can't get pregnant. And yeah, I think that we might have lost somebody.
He just couldn't bear it.
Okay, yeah, he just logged off.
The word
Done.
impotent just sent him spiraling.
Too much. Yeah, it was too much.
Too much.
Too damn much.
But it started off in the Stormlands when they were courting Rhaenyra, and
Kid!
we had our first squabble of high lords between two kids, and this should teach all the other kids in the realm. You don't pull out a short sword to try to fight somebody with a long sword. You're gonna get got. All right, you ain't with it. So
I don't know what old boy had going on, but he was quickly smited.
Yeah, mama don't raise no bitch there. He was not playing. He's not playing at all, man.
They're gesturing him for that whole scene, and his lineage is actually legit. He comes from the First Men, which is like the first three types of humans that lived in this universe, and his house has defended their lands for a while. So he's no chump. He's got some swing. So when they were making fun of him, he pulled that sword out. You can see him in the background after he stabs the kid. he's starting to throw up in his mouth because that was probably his first kill. I was like,
Yeah.
man, this is like crazy attention to detail. Like, it's not just like, oh, I stabbed you and walk away. It's like all the houses are there. You saw the Tarleys. You saw the, houses from the normal Game of Thrones series. I just think they're doing a lot of detail all throughout
How
the show.
about all those men came out there to try and couple with Rhaenyra, and she wasn't having any of it. Just nope.
No, they're old.
She should have taken the little kid who killed the bigger kid. I mean, out of all the choices we've had thus far, he seems like you could mold him into the person you want him to be.
Yeah.
He told her, if you choose me, you will be safe at night. And he was not
lying.
Yeah. I think that will cause something down the road. That has to spark some kind of fight. That and she left the Stormlands 2 months early before she was supposed to. So nobody really got a fair shot to state their claim to her. But when she meets up with Daemon, that was the other thing that I really enjoyed. She had that conversation where she was mentioning, like, basically coming on to him. Like, your wife is real lucky. She doesn't have a baby yet. Like, And he's like sitting there chilling, like, yeah, girl. You know how it is. I was down there in the stepstones. I did my thing.
I read that scene very differently. And now...
Yeah, there were some subliminal messages there, for sure. Because she wanted his attention. That's why she went into the conversation with
I was distracted by the haircut.
The haircut's fine.
It's a terrible haircut.
It's a terrible haircut, but it's fine.
Because it was on the side of his head, and you could just, it was just so...
He's a new person, okay? He's a new person.
Yeah.
So that all leads up to her basically going out for her 21st birthday. She's having a party down at King's Landing. Went out drinking, went to a brothel, and that's when, Daemon tried to have sex with her, but couldn't. And I really do think that he's impotent. I think he just can't do it. So...
Why is he always hanging out with the Lady of the Night?
Well, that's the next thing. Apparently she's the White Worm, or whatever they mentioned when the spy kid came to the King's Landing. And
she's the one snitching.
Yeah, she's basically Varys, Lord of the Spies, in this series. And it's kind of crazy because she really did take a turn from what she originally joined Daemon for. Now she's paving her own way. And so I'm really glad they did that with her, because I couldn't just bear her just going away for no reason. So, Anywho, after we find out, she got spied on, and Otto told the king, Alicent wanted to meet up with Rhaenyra. And they had this long discussion, and New Rockstars pointed this out. Rhaenyra took off her Valyrian necklace in this scene, and she replaced it with a normal necklace that kind of separated her and Daemon. She didn't want to be associated with that anymore. One, because, she's over him. She's explored her sexuality already, and she knows what she wants, and she's going to take what she wants. And now she gets to use that and find out, how they found out what happened. And she found out it was, through words of the mouth. That doesn't mean anything. She basically turned into Cersei. These papers don't mean anything. So, that whole scene where she's on the low ground and she gets changed to the high ground at the end, and she's in front of the weirwood tree, like the God's truth. It was just on point. That's perfect. That's how it's supposed to be done. And I'm glad that they went that route. So, yeah.
He was out there lying. I swear on my mother, he didn't touch me.
Hey,
this is treason talking about the princess like this.
What does that mean? I mean, that means nothing.
Whole time she was out there Rogarian.
Good
Goodness
God,
gracious
man. Raw Gary.
Bulgaria.
Did y'all like the way that they tied the dagger to the story of the Song of Ice and Fire with having the script on there?
Yeah.
So the
Yeah,
press.
I
Sean,
remember
but
when
he
something
was-
else got really hot. It had words.
Ma'am.
Lord of the Rings.
You know-
About something else.
You know those really powerful rings that aren't in the show that they're named for at all?
Yeah.
You know those things?
Yeah. It's sad, man. That's a sad case there. Yeah, I am not excited to cover that, but on we go.
They'll show up in the season finale.
I mean, surely, just real quick, that show has been disappointing. And I know Ben is a bigger fan of Lord of the Rings than I am. And I sat through this last episode. I was like, I don't think I can watch another one.
Yeah.
It's long, it's dry. My eyes are burning. And the scenes are just not memorable at all. They're not
Sounds
good.
like Star Wars.
What do you mean? There was a super crazy hyena. There was like flipping and flopping and stabbing and people getting killed with the
The
axe
best
in
part,
back
the
and
best part
orcs.
about the warg is that She-Hulk CGI jumped 5 levels because that was possibly the worst thing I've ever seen on
Yeah, that was
TV
bad.
since like the
was bad.
90s.
Wow.
Awful. That thing did like a
Wow.
whole like rendering in a completely different direction. I was like, what just happened?
It was
I'm
bad.
with Adrian though. It's boring, man. It's a chore. This show's a chore. I don't care about any characters. I couldn't name more than 3 of them.
Yep.
No idea I don't know what the hobbits' names are. Don't know what the elf guy's name is. And he's just like running around doing stuff and fighting a dog. Like, okay, cool. That dog you were cool with them killing though, Shelby. That's what I heard. But that's just
He was
me.
a hyena.
It was a dog. But that's okay.
A dog's
She's
a
all right.
dog.
The hyenas are okay. You heard it here, folks.
Am I hearing this correctly?
It was not a dog.
But I'm just not connecting. They're just throwing us from one scene to the next to the next. Nothing's building. My favorite part of this whole episode is we already had 6 different storylines. So let's follow this new sea captain and his son and daughter that we just met and probably will never see again.
Yep.
Great. So great.
I hate
Oh,
it.
and then the best part is, too, since Shelby and I were arguing about this earlier, I got to bring this up. The best part was we're like, oh, we saw all this Game of Thrones stuff. That's the same thing in the same universe. And right as that text went through, oh, we're going to do the same Aragorn story again, where it's a lost king who doesn't have his kingdom. Dang, I really wish we hadn't seen this before. Next. Move along. I'm over it.
Yeah, I don't like it at all. I have nothing else to add.
No.
It's just boring. And I try my best to watch it like when I'm awake and alert, but it's just boring. So, Will, you said it was like Star Wars. I got something for you later. I got something for you.
Yeah.
Just for you later on.
I'll be out by then. Don't worry.
No, because after that segment that I'm talking about is the sports segment. All right. Then we're gonna move on to the
Is it?
NFL. Yeah, it's right after.
All right.
So you guys-
I'll
No,
go.
honestly,
I'll go watch
if,
Flippy while I'll talk about that.
if there was no House of Dragon, if there was no Rings of Power, I could live without both of them. Like I said, I like Lord of the Rings because it's just very pretty, and I like the elves. Yeah, I get that the story's all over the place. Not a super big fan of the Hobbit Snorri and that big giant man who fell from the stars. There is a lot going on, but that's kind of what I expected. But I mean, I'm not like crazy impressed with either one of them, just because like I was arguing in the chat with Ben, and I mean, House of Dragon, we've already done this story. Lord of the Rings, we've already done this story. I mean, I'm hoping that it gets better. Like, I'm still kind of waiting. Things are still in the setup. Okay, I was the same way with Game of Thrones when it first started, but I'm just hoping that why are you making this? Like, is it just to make a bunch of money, or is it to like
Yeah.
add to the fandom and all that other kind of stuff?
Yes.
Because
It's the
it's
first
just
one.
making money. And
Yeah.
it's like, well,
I don't know.
they're not getting my money except
still-
for Prime.
I still disagree there though with Game of Thrones, where House of the Dragon brought me back to what I like. That show ended so poorly and left such a sour taste in so many fans' mouth. Like, God forbid you named your daughter Cersei. Like, sorry, whoops. Like, oh no. But now it's like, hopefully nobody does that with Rhaenyra, because I'm sure something will come up. But like, at least the show is interesting. It's back to the part I like the most in Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
That being said,
Yeah.
the best thing about Rings of Power is it's making The Hobbit look good. Like, that's not great. I don't think
The Hobbit.
that explains a lot of why you like Rings of
How-
Power.
yeah,
We
I-
got to the bottom of that one. That's all I needed to know. But I like the book. The movies are terrible. Martin Freeman's fun, but like the movies aren't good. But I think that's the biggest issue too. Is I don't think this show looks pretty. I think it looks really fake and not at all like when we saw Peter Jackson's. And it goes more to The Hobbit, where they're like, let's just put everything through CGI filter. It'll be fine. I don't want to watch that. Go back to New Zealand. Do some cool stuff, man.
Yeah.
Show me like a real world that I can believe.
Imagine
In.
if they filmed like the battle leading up to why the orcs are escaping the land. Like, boots on ground, make it massive, make it meaningful,
Yep.
show her brother dying, put some weight to that, and then start, skip through this other stuff. We don't need to see the dwarves and all that stuff. Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
We're all in agreement.
I liked the dwarves. They're adorable.
I did
Dwarves.
actually like that part. That was one of the few parts I liked.
Dwarves
Well,
stink.
The dwarves, they were great.
They stink. I don't know.
Well, probably they live
they're
in a
whole-
mountain.
They're
It's racist.
they're-
It's racist. They're a race. They're a Tolkien race. And you're just making generalizations here. That's all I'm saying.
Goofy hat.
yeah, man.
Dwarven
Alright.
goofy head.
All right. Well, moving on, because nobody was interested in that. She-Hulk. Something we're all interested in. All right.
Oh yeah.
Star Wars.
No, She-Hulk. She-Hulk.
No.
Oh, man. Come on, guys. How did you like the Tinder episode?
It stunk.
I liked it more than these two for sure. I thought it was funnier than it would be. It wasn't good. This is probably the weakest episode we've seen. It was exactly what you thought was going to happen, but I thought it would drag on a lot more and be a lot dumber, and it was really funny. And we got one of the best characters in the MCU ever, for sure.
Madison is awesome. The whole
It's a win.
Wongers thing was awesome. It was funny.
So good.
But
Wongers.
Wongers. We're at the 4th episode, and there has been nothing to raise the stakes in this show.
Why?
What is this show?
They ain't gonna be
They're
anything.
too
That's-
smart.
That's
don't
great.
care
That's
about-
what I want. Why do you want to raise the stakes? Let her just be a lawyer.
don't
Let
care
people
about-
just show up.
Then what are we doing?
That guy in episode 1, and we haven't seen her since, except here's this piece of paper I'm serving you for trademark infringement. Like, oh my god, come on.
She's just going to
That
beat
was-
Titania in another
And
30-second
that was
clip.
3 episodes ago, and what is it now?
Disgusting. I've seen more of what's her name? What is it?
Titania.
Is it Tasmania? Titania? I've seen more of her on
Tasmania.
Instagram doing these
Joe.
stunts in
Yeah,
LA than I have on the show.
she's been
That is
all over
true.
the socials,
That is
man. That's
And
crazy.
then all we get 4 episodes in is her suing the She-Hulk. I don't care about who She-Hulk dates. What does this have to do with anything?
It shows.
It doesn't.
Well, I saw
That's the fun part. We're not just watching Moon Knight
not
turning
fun.
into a CGI
This is-
alligator to fight a
This is
CGI
nasty. I knew when I
Murkrow.
seen-
Like,
when we seen the trailers for this, what did I tell you?
It's
I
going
said,
to be
this
a
show is going
big pile of
to stink.
poo.
And then we get to the episode, and it stuck. I didn't care about anything but Madison and Wong. I don't know
And-
what She-Hulk's got going on. Why do we have to see her dating? I don't care
Was
about
it
her
Madison
dating.
or Madeline?
Madison.
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 But the why isn't where
the
you
why's
think.
not where you think it is.
Yes.
That was so good.
Oh, all right, hang on. Reset. Will, you got to show the struggles of a woman dating in her 30s, okay? She said it to the camera. It means something.
Why haven't we seen Black Widow dating?
Because she did.
Yeah, we did. That's called. We did. It's called Age of Ultron, and everybody hated it. That was the whole point. We did see that.
When we got Black Widow, it was action. Things were getting shot. We got backstory. She's an assassin. We get it. We get She-Hulk. She's a lawyer that had a blood transfusion on accident.
That's about it.
That's perfect. That's the character. It's great.
And now she's trying to live life where there's no villain. She got an ex-villain out of jail.
There's no villain. There's no villain in her world yet because she hasn't accepted the fact that her life has changed. That's the whole reason.
But we need 4 episodes for that.
You all about that action?
Yeah. Give me all 8. That's great. Perfect. I don't want to see her fist fighting in the worst way possible. That was the scene you all hated in episode 1, by the way. Yeah. Everybody hated that scene because it looked bad. I don't need to see that.
No. We had more CGI that was bad.
Was just as bad.
Yeah,
I thought that looked a little better.
It was a little bit better because it was CGI on CGI, and Wong was way in the back.
I messed up the magic trick, and here comes all the demons. Help me, She-Hulk. Oh, let me hop in this portal, and I'll snatch them out of the air, uncool like, and storm in this portal. Yeah. And let me go back to my date, smash him, wake up in the morning as my regular self. Oh, he doesn't like me anymore. I'm sad. Oh, I'm getting sued in the episode. That's disgusting.
Catfishing? Is she
nasty work?
Like, it's the Hulk, and then the next morning he wakes up and she's just a person? Like, is that still catfishing?
You know what? You are absolutely correct.
Hey.
That guy was pretty much Manti Te'o.
He came for a reason, and that reason is now gone.
I swipe right on She-Hulk. Not you.
Guy's really into Fiona from Shrek, and he wakes up to some normal ass woman. He's like, I'm out of here.
Yeah.
Who is this mortal?
You done messed up my cake. Get me out of here. No, I don't want your breakfast.
See?
Where's She-Hulk?
This is how it is when you're dating in your 30s. You go out to the club. They got the lights off.
Big green monster.
No, they got the lights off. You see this girl you like. You dancing on. Get her drunk. You take her home. You get her. You wake up. You see a monster. What do?
And I know this is a family party. We need to talk about the dynamics of how that works.
Would you like to explain the birds and the bees?
Yeah, we're gonna have to get into the how that works.
How did She-Hulk explain it? She just took him to bed. The guy, he was tired from reading a book, so she just carried him to bed.
Oh
yeah, she carried him like a baby. It was weird.
I mean, he woke up the next morning.
It was really weird.
That guy was weird from the beginning. He's like, I've been on so many bad dates. Can you just tell me about you? What? Nobody actually says that in real life. It's a person.
That's the play. That's the play.
I bet you a lot more people will because he said it and she took him home.
That's right.
I mean, it happens. I have some friends that are women and still dating in their 30s, and they go on these online dates, and they just say whatever they want to get into that end game, and then next morning they're Tony Stark.
With She-Hulk is fries.
But we say whatever we want to get to that end game. We don't have to say a lot to get to that end game.
Guys,
that's the easy part.
This is a family podcast. We'll discuss this off the record.
I don't know why you're still dating and you're 32, 31?
31.
Okay.
Oh no. Goodness gracious alive. What are we doing?
Just put her on blast like that.
Her name is Shelby.
Wow.
At Itchy Witchy on all socials, even OnlyFans.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but don't you think this is like more of a teenage
man.
image of what it is being 30 now. Like, I could see like a 15-year-old.
Teenage image. She's 37.
I could see
We're
it.
way past teenage image.
Actually, I don't see it.
Wait, what? She's.
Yeah, I don't understand her
Yes,
age.
She-Hulk. She's 37.
Hey,
Well, that makes way more sense because she's got like a house and like all these other kinds of things. It seems like relatively well organized, which I am concerned how she'd be such a good lawyer at 30. And it's like I have none
Right.
of those things. So.
right. No, next time you look at her house, look at how many lamps she's got in there. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's like 7 or 8. There's 2 in the kitchen for no reason. I was like,
They're
who,
like,
who
damn, we
set
have all
designed
this
this?
open space. We gotta fill it with some prop. Go grab the lamps. We don't have to CGI those. Go grab them quick.
It's so bad.
Maybe that's it. It just lights the scene better, so they can like get all the mocap off her later.
Right.
Turn her green.
Nah. All right. Well, I gave this episode a 6.5. It was.
Yeah, that feels right.
Nice.
Yeah. I mean,
feels right.
CGI is slowly inching.
Get her out of here.
I just.
Get her out of here.
I like that they had the Sopranos theme in there. I was getting down.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, it brings me back. Brings me back.
And then it was such a good episode. Have y'all seen The Sopranos?
Yes, I have. Shelby, have you?
I have not.
Shelby
Never,
has not.
Never.
Shelby,
I don't want to spoil it then.
I
It's-
watched
it's
it.
good.
Got spoiled in the show.
it's
Yeah,
a,
Madison did. I
Stop
don't remember what she
watching
said anyway,
House of
but
Dragon, Lord of the Rings, and start Sopranos.
y'all have to check out Sopranos when you have time. It's a good series all the way through.
That's a top 5 television series of all time.
That and The Wire dominated that the whole decade. So
Yep.
yeah. What do you guys give it? 6.5, 7s, 6, 4 for?
6.5 feels right.
Or
I like 4.
Okay, all right. So we.
No,
two
okay,
for-
I'll
two
give
for
it a
Madison,
6,
2 for
only
Wongers.
because of Wong. I'll give Wongers and Madison each
Wongers.
3. And everyone else is 0.
Wongers is one of the gin and tonic
All right. Well,
and yak milk.
that's a 5.25 scale from the panel as a whole. That's not good. That ain't gonna get it done. So
Hey, man, get that Tinder dating ish out of here.
hey,
I
bring,
think we're done with it. We're not going to see that again. There's no more of that.
yeah.
No way.
I mean, bring back Madison. That's fine. I thought she was.
Yeah,
Fine.
she'll stick around.
She just looks like what's her name, Olsen. So much.
Yeah, Elizabeth
She looks
Olsen.
like my wife thought it was Wanda.
Yeah, it's the fourth
They
Olsen
look just
sister.
alike. Yeah, they
Yeah.
look just alike. So
All right. Well, moving on. We got a ton of news that dropped for D23, and man, it's going to be hard to get through this. But let's just go ahead and start out with Marvel since we're already talking about it. So at D23, Marvel released some news and some trailers and some first looks and almost everything that they have slated up until 2024 at the panel. So just a quick rundown. WandaVision, new director, is now the director of Fantastic Four. Werewolf by Night got a trailer and looks pretty good. It has Jessica Jones in it. Secret Invasion got a full trailer, and that's supposed to be more of a spy type of
Yeah, it's
setting.
like a Nick Fury movie.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
yeah,
Basically, he gets his
Got his eye
own.
back.
It's always been there. It's just been scratched up.
He lost the eye patch.
So we got extended looks for Black Panther: Wakanda Forever and Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. I didn't watch the Black Panther one because I'm trying to not get spoiled on that one. I just want to avoid it as much as possible.
A lot of it
Because-
stayed in the room too. I don't think a lot of those got widely released too. A lot of it was just at the panel too for a lot of these, and then they released like what they tweeted out some of it. Werewolf was like totally released and things like that, but
Yeah.
a lot of it stayed in the hall.
Yeah. So I'm hoping that I can keep away from spoilers on that one. Ant-Man and the Wasp, that was just basically showing how they get back into the quantum realm, and they basically are trying to build a door to get in and out, and they all get sucked in. So that's how it all starts, and they come across.
Shrunk the Kids. I like it.
Yep, that's basically it. So, which is also a Disney property.
Reboot.
The Marvels, Miss Marvel, Captain Marvel, Photon, they got a first look, and it explained the after credit scene from Miss Marvel. It showed why they switched and teleported, because Photon was working on her powers, and it teleports people of similar power signals, I guess, across the universe. So she switched places with Kamala, and Kamala switched places with Captain Marvel, and so Kamala's in front of Fury talking to him, and that's what basically cuts off. She makes a fool of herself and it cuts off. So it's pretty cool that they kind of tied it all in, and that's they kind of explain how that's happening. So that's coming out. Ironheart. Listen. Let me be very clear. Let me put the mic up to my mouth and be very clear about this.
All right, quiet storm.
Riri Williams is in this show, a black teenage girl, and she's playing a young genius. And the plot details say she is trying to figure out a way to beat the hood. Beat the hood.
That's what the details say for real.
It's a villain. It's a villain called the Hood, but come on.
I thought they were going Miles Morales Thor for a minute in that What If comic.
Oh, man.
I thought they were trying to do that.
It was hilarious. I read that. I was like, what? The Hood?
Somebody tell me something. I'm sitting there like, wait a minute. I missed that.
No, so that's her main villain for the story. It's the Hood from the comics, and she's gonna build her suit and she's got to figure it out. But they're gonna keep it within the community, so I think it's gonna be a play on words, and they're actually gonna make it the Hood, and living in the Hood. Yep. So we'll see once the trailer drops how that looks, and hopefully that'll drop sometime soon. Loki season 2, some details got released on that. He's glitching in different timelines. So he's doing basically the Captain Marvel thing where he's just teleporting all over the place. So nothing else really came out about that. Armor Wars will be inspired by the comic series. So that's going to be like a one-for-one. Echo is supposed to be like John Wick. It was totally different from everything else. I'm excited for that because I thought she was good in Hawkeye.
It'll be interesting to see if she can carry a movie like that, or a show like that. But yeah, that could work. And Kingpin's supposed to be back in that too.
Yep. And hopefully they bring in the all of Hell's Kitchen in there, and just kind of get something going, because they already got Jessica Jones. They already brought back everyone else. So
Matt's coming back.
Luke Cage is the only one that's missing, and Iron Fist.
No. Nope. Luke Cage. And then they just recast Iron Fist. And
this man,
just Luke Cage.
This man hates Iron Fist. He hated
so bad.
him.
It's so bad. I still
it was
haven't watched
bad.
Season 2. I can't do it.
Yeah. There's no reason. So.
I know.
All right.
Not anymore.
Daredevil Born Again was mentioned again.
Did you see that they came out too, where it's like Born Again, like they're not necessarily doing the plot, but it's like kind of like a joke pun title, because it sounds like it's going to be a soft reboot.
Right.
Like we don't know if they're going to carry over any of the stuff, but the show's not going to reference it at all.
Right. They're going to do their best to eliminate that side of the universe, because I'm pretty sure they want to bring back Punisher. They're probably going to bring back a lot of those characters. And he killed off his main villain in Punisher at the end of season 2. And there was a lot that happened with Bushmaster and Luke Cage and stuff like that. So, yeah, I think you're right. I think it's just going to be a soft reboot, but they're going to do a play on words like Ironheart and The Hood.
Please, no. Don't do it to me, Marvel, please.
Oh, man. All right. Captain America New World Order, Thunderbolts full lineup was mentioned. That wraps up the Marvel stuff. So what are you guys excited about for the Marvel section?
Secret Invasion.
Yeah.
To which that trailer was amazing. I thought it was a movie. It didn't even look like it was going to be a show.
It's really good.
It looks like a movie. Yeah, that's like it
Yeah.
seems like one of the higher budget show. I mean, they all are, but like back to Falcon and Winter Soldier almost felt like this big at first, anyway.
Yeah, and I figure since it's Samuel L. Jackson, they probably had a lot more resources than.
Well, my question is
show.
now that Disney has the rated R movies on there, is Samuel L. Jackson going to get to say the F word like he always does? Because I feel like they should just let him slip it in at least once.
You can say one F-bomb for PG-13 movies.
Yeah.
See? Now is the time for,
They don't give it to him till he dies on screen. That's his last word. He'll die saying it. That's it.
That would be so funny, man.
That's hilarious.
It would be so good.
They've done a lot.
Or he's about to say it and Deadpool steals it from him or something, and like the Deadpool movie would be pretty excellent too.
Well, he was going to say it in Infinity War and the
yeah, that's right.
Post-credit scene, but it disintegrated before he got it out.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
I think they stretch it for Samuel. I mean, he's a legend in the movie world. He's getting old. He's like 70 something, I think. It's almost time. Nope. Yeah, he looks great. Like him and like Morgan Freeman are close in age or something like that. So
Morgan Freeman's like 90.
He's like 80, I think. Somebody check that.
Hold on.
I'm on it. Hold on. I got this.
But
place your bets.
But in Star Wars, they kind of leaned off and gave him the purple lightsaber because
Samuel L. Jackson is 73.
Morgan Freeman's 85.
Oh shoot, he's 85.
Yeah.
How old is his wife?
Whoa.
78.
I'm gonna say 40.
You can look that one up yourself. I'll let that be in your search history. Go for it.
Great.
But I think they can be lenient and probably give him a send off like that whenever he decides
he'll get one.
Stop. So
I probably will.
All right.
Secret Invasion and Ironheart. I'm excited for Ironheart.
The Hood. All right. Are you excited for Riri to get her shot?
Married.
Morgan Freeman's not married?
He's not married. He's been divorced since 2010.
Oh.
Okay. I remember him being married, but.
Right?
Yeah, he's been married twice, but he's just not married anymore. So if anybody's out there looking for a sugar daddy.
All right. That's our fact check right there.
Is single.
She'll have to beat She-Hulk to it. You know what I mean? That's.
Could you imagine in his Morgan Freeman voice? I'm going to swipe right on this.
I awoke from my midday nap.
It's like listening to God swipe on Tinder.
Shit.
Special guest on the Dug In podcast, Morgan Freeman.
Thanks for joining us.
Right. Yeah. So I'm excited for the new Wakanda Forever. That's why I'm not going to spoil myself with that. And I'm excited for Loki 2. And probably after that, Ironheart. I don't know. The details of Ironheart kind of dropped it on the list. I was hyped for a new Genius Stark type show. So, but I think...
You think she's still in Black Panther at all? Like we're speculating, and that's like their backdoor to give her a show, or you think it just starts with the show?
No, I think
she's in Black Panther.
She's in Black Panther.
She's in the trailer.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
yeah, she's wearing red, I believe.
Yeah, she's in there with Shuri, and they're building something.
Yeah. So I'm excited to see her in that first. But Secret Wars looks good, and I think it looks good because it's more of a spy, no
Secret
CGI except for the people like changing, transforming. That's it. It's going to be like a ground level kind of movie, like a Born Identity
Yeah.
or something like that. So I think that's what's going to give it a boost. So, how about you, Shelby?
Excited for Loki 2 and Wakanda Forever and Secret Invasion.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't really like the trailer for Secret Invasion. I read something where it said like, like the first like Marvel thing like this since Captain America: The Winter Soldier. I hope it's not like Captain America and the Winter Soldier. So
You didn't like Captain America and the Winter Soldier?
movie, but like it wasn't like Born Identity. Like I
Oh,
got
you
Born
want it to be
Identity
more
vibes.
modern.
Yeah,
Okay.
like there's
Okay.
nothing wrong with the Winter Soldier, but like the vibe I was getting from Secret Invasion is like Born Identity.
Yeah.
Those kinds of like I don't want to say Mission Impossible, but
billion-dollar
more
movies.
modern.
Billion-dollar movies right there.
No, I kind of get what you're saying in that sense, where it's like the fact that the Russo brothers said it when they made Winter Soldier 2 was that it's a 70s action spy film, and it doesn't really get that, like, I don't know, the neo-noir type of like you're saying,
Yeah.
Jason Bourne, like we're gonna get a lot more action, and not that we didn't have any in Winter Soldier, but I don't think it's like we gotta like map jump and do all this to solve the mystery. Like it's, I don't know, I think it'll be a little more, he needs to survive while also solving the problem. I get you. I like that take.
Yeah.
I think I'm most excited. My boy Daredevil. Come on, always Daredevil. Back to the street. I love the street level heroes. I didn't realize I missed Jessica Jones in the Werewolf by Night trailer, so that's awesome. Super excited.
How could you
that's
see
back.
anything? It was all black and white and flashy.
I know,
and
that's
the
very
music. The
noir.
whole thing is distracting.
So the guy, the composer who did the music for it's the one directing it, Michael Giacchino. So that makes a lot of sense, like why that was such a big part of it. But I think on top of that too, I'm excited about Armor Wars. I love Don Cheadle. I love Don Cheadle as
Boom. You like that?
as Rhodey, and I'm I think they bring Ironheart into it too. She's got to be in it too. So if that show's a hit and she's great, like we're gonna get more of her like right away.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah, that's going to be good.
Yep. And Iron Man suits are fun. Like I hate that Tony's gone and we can't do it. Like I love that they're figuring out other ways to bring him in.
Yeah. Especially now that Spider-Man is kind of taking a break. We're not going to get any interaction with Tony other than that, so. Yeah.
Well, and even then he went back to his traditional no frills. I made it on a Singer sewing machine suit, so they lost all that, which is fine. I'm cool with them de-teching him a bit.
Yeah.
But I want to see it somewhere else. So
Yeah. All right. That's all we have for the Marvel segment. So moving on to Disney Studios. We're going to start with Hocus Pocus 2 got announced in the trailer.
Excuse me.
Oh,
What's that, Shelby?
I
Was that
wasn't
Shelby?
excited the first trailer that they released, but I'm excited now.
It looks all right. They look like they haven't aged at all, except for the one.
Why are you?
What?
I feel like the one who aged up the most is Sarah Jessica Parker because she was like 12 years old when the first movie came out.
She was at 12. Jesus
Okay.
Christ.
I know she's not.
Yikes.
I'm confused with what you say, like aged, because they do not look like they did when they sucked the soul out of the one child and like were younger. I'm wondering if they suck the soul out of any child, how are they going to make them look younger now? Because that's going to be really tough. But I really like this Gilbert character that gives them the black flame candle. He's going to have plenty of one-liners. Billy is back, which is fantastic. Winnie flying on, I think, some Roombas.
Yeah.
It's just hilarious. It's just funny. It's just good, lighthearted, family, funny. I'm excited.
Release is September 30th, I believe.
On Disney Plus. So guess what? For the price you're paying, why not? Why not? It's $0. You're already paying for it. Who cares?
And of course, Itchy Witchy Shelby would like the witch show. So, yeah. Speaking of witches, Disenchanted got announced. Did you ever watch the first Enchanted?
Of course.
I've never seen it. I have.
Really?
I had no.
Oh, so adorable.
I had no reaction to this at all. I was like,
It's okay. So first Enchanted, basically, the girl who lives in fairy world ends up in human world, and so she thinks life is like a fairy tale, and obviously it's not. She's in New York City, and so when she sings to the animals, she gets pigeons and cockroaches. But you know, she finds her happy ever after because it's a Disney movie. Yeah. So I don't know. For those of you that did see Enchanted, Disenchanted looks super cute. We're getting evil stepmom vibes. Because you gotta be careful what you wish for. If you wish for your life to be a fairy tale, who knows what fairy tale it could be? You could be Cinderella, or you could be the evil stepmom. Looks like she's gonna be the evil stepmother. So
is the evil stepmother gonna suck the soul out of me?
Huh?
It's a lot.
I didn't hear that, but I don't know if I want to.
Next, let's go to the next one.
Peter Pan, and
all on a part of the scene. Thank God we're talking about Disney movies too.
Right,
My goodness.
right. Peter Pan and the Wendy movie.
What movie?
Peter Pan and Wendy. It's a live action.
Like another one. Why? Why are we doing that?
Yeah. But with Jude Law. Jude Law's in it.
Movies.
This is Disney needs to keep their copyright alive, the trademark going. Let's pump out another one.
All of these big Hollywood franchises, they're fresh. They're out of ideas. That's why everything's getting just remade.
Yeah.
It's not even. It's not even that they're out of ideas. It's safe. It's just safe. You know the brand name. I can pop a kid down. I know what Peter Pan and Wendy is without watching it. I don't have to watch it first. Here you go. Have fun. And it probably won't be. It'll be more like Hook or something where there's like really disturbing stuff in it, and it's definitely more for adults.
Everyone will be mad.
Oh well, but that's what they're gonna keep doing.
Yeah. I don't.
The Little Mermaid.
I don't have any thoughts on that one. It's going to be another 5 to 6 rated show or movie.
They just did like a live version of it on TV like probably more than a couple years ago. But within the last 5 years. So I don't.
I will not be watching a second of Peter Pan and Wendy. And it's not for me, so.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Your son's favorite movie, and then you're watching it every 2 days.
Yeah, somebody will like it.
Yep.
So that's the thing. I'm probably gonna watch it with Amara and my wife, and it's gonna be a family thing. So. Haunted Mansion. That's one of my favorite rides at Disney. I hope they do it justice. So
question about this. So first,
Eddie Murphy.
Yeah. How do you be better than Eddie Murphy? Jared Leto's in this one, so of course I'm gonna have to see it immediately. Off the bat.
This poor man.
Already done.
This poor man.
No, but legitimate question. Are they gonna release this movie? Because Tiffany Haddish is in it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. Yikes.
Did I miss something? What happened to Tiffany Haddish?
Oh yeah.
Oh man. Will, you were the one that spilled the deets, so you go ahead and take this one.
Long story short, Tiffany Haddish and Eric Spears, if you don't know who that is, he's a comedian.
From Mad TV.
They did a pedophilia comedy skit that just got brought to light, maybe 2-3 weeks ago? And of course, people found the video and circulated it online, and it's quite disturbing. So yeah, it's a bunch of controversy on that. And apparently I think one of the kids the girl who is now, I want to say she's 18 now. She's suing both of them, and I think she was 15 at the time, and her little brother was 7. And it was just
Oh,
a
there are actual
very
kids in this? Oh, God.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so they
it's
did
really bad.
a comedy skit with this. Tiffany Haddish drops off her son in the skit with her brother, who is Ari Spears. So he's staying with his uncle, and he's just doing a lot of weird, creepy pedo stuff. It's weird,
Yeah, but
but yeah.
here's my question: how was Tiffany Haddish aware of any of this? Like, did she just come in for a skit and say, "Hey, you're just dropping off this kid, and that's it. You're done." Like,
Tiffany Haddish is in the skit like 3 times. They both created the skit.
See, I never watched it, so
yeah, it's weird.
that's a bad one. That's a bad one.
And I just know, like Disney isn't Warner Brothers where they're gonna just keep sticking with Ezra Miller for no reason. Like they either got to reshoot this or something's gonna happen. Like I can't imagine this goes forward. Like you said, this Haunted Mansion, especially recently, has turned into like their biggest park franchise.
Yep.
Like there is merchandise everywhere for this. Even despite the Eddie Murphy movie like not being good, they've been wanting to try this again for a while. No, I'm saying, but I'll leave that out there. I don't care. No, but like this, it is a okay. Anyway, it's a fan favorite for like the ride. Like Adrian said, like it's my wife's favorite ride. It's everybody's favorite ride except Jungle Cruise is better. But whatever, it's all right, no big deal. But they've been wanting to.
The backside of water.
It's funny every time.
The fuck out of here.
every time. Anyway, but they got to do something for this movie because I cannot imagine they keep her in this right now.
Yeah.
No way. Like they're not even gonna let it die down. They'll just redo it or something.
Yeah, you have a soft spot for all the classic stuff, Jungle Cruise, Indiana Jones, and all that stuff. So I'm gonna let you slide on that one. I like Haunted Mansion, especially when they turn into Jack Skellington's Haunted Mansion. That's when it's really cool.
They don't do that over here though.
Yeah, they don't do it in Florida.
California thing, man.
Yep. You gotta get out the state, man. All right, moving on. Mufasa, the Lion King. You gotta have James Earl Jones. If it ain't James Earl Jones, I ain't watching it.
Can you anymore though? They just VR'd his voice for Obi-Wan because he's also 90. Like how many times are you gonna put this guy in front of a mic? Let him rest.
All he's got to do is talk. Let him talk at his own pace.
Yeah. Man, listen.
Maybe he doesn't want to talk.
That's what I'm saying. Give the man a rest. He's been so many iconic characters. We need him to do another Mufasa movie nobody wants.
Yeah.
I'm interested in the Mufasa movie. I think they'll kind of give you the backstory on why Scar hates him.
If they don't give me
Because
why
he gave
he's
him a
Scar,
scar.
if they don't show me his scar like Han Solo's dice, like I need an answer for that, man. I better see it.
It'll be in the movie.
Of course it'll be in the movie, and it doesn't need to be. We get it. He used his paw and hit him in the face. Like, what is it
How
going
do
to
you
be?
know Mufasa did it?
Oh, you're one of them.
Probably battling to be king or whatever. Scar got jelly, and he was gonna start a fight, and then Mufasa put him in place.
Is that what happened?
Nobody was there, Shelby. You can't possibly know. Will's just asking the questions. You know what I'm saying?
I'm having a premonition.
I tell you when we will find out. 2024.
Oh my god. Okay. But some side news that you guys probably didn't know or hear about. James Earl Jones.
On the subject of Nebraska.
Oh my god.
Couldn't help himself.
We'll get there. You'll get the foot in Scott Frost soon enough. We'll get there. The Duggan Pod supported you this weekend. All right. So James Earl Jones had a Lifetime Achievement Award given to him. He now has a Broadway theater named after him in New York. So, big ups to him. Samuel L. Jackson was there. A lot of the black actors that supported him were there. It was just really dope. That's just something I wanted to add on. It was something that probably went under the radar and nobody cared about, but should. So
yeah.
live action Snow White. The whites are going to be mad. The lead is a Latina.
Making a Snow White, but why are we making Snow White again?
Because it's easy. It's easy money. Just easy money.
Yeah.
They're going to get 500 to 600
Snow
mil.
White movies, and
They're
even if
out
it's
of
not
ideas.
like Snow White, it's. I mean, that's great though. That's great. Change it up.
But
What are they
again,
gonna do about the dwarves?
this is going to be review bombed. Predictably, it's just going to,
100%.
yeah, it's just going to get massacred before the movie even comes out. And then, I don't know if they're releasing it on Disney Plus or in theaters, but hopefully they figured it out. I think it comes out 2023, late 2023. So, one comment I saw in an article was, so what does it mean to be fairest of them all? I was like, we going there, huh? we already started, huh? So,
I mean, it is one of those weird things where like it is literally built into the character, but like you could get around it. It's not that big of a deal. Like it's not gonna ruin the story.
What the word fair means.
Yeah, she's just pretty. All right, cool. Move on.
Oh,
yeah.
Or young. She looks too young. Like we're good. Like it's fine. But it is very weird when like it is like there is a lot of race built into Snow White, and that is the story. So
You
that is
got
a
'em,
weird
boys.
rope.
You got
Yes,
'em.
you got it. The
You got
sting
'em.
operation worked. You got me, guys.
Get Ben out of here.
Ladies and gentlemen,
I'm saying from
we got
a
'em.
point of the story, I get it, but it is a stupid hill to die on,
You
and I
got
don't
'em,
care.
boys.
Yeah, you did it. You guys did it.
The whites are mad.
Delta their character.
Anywho,
I'm sorry. The telegram came in from the white delegation. I had to read that. I'm so sorry, everybody. My bad.
oh man. All right, and then of course, Little Mermaid trailer got released, and whew, whew. I saw the reactions online. I was like, these girls are going to be so excited to see this. I'm going to take my daughter to see it. I'm excited to see it. And I saw one girl say, "Is that Whitney Houston?" I was like, "Oh, sweet child."
That TikTok's so funny, man. that Whit. First of all, I'm shocked she even know who Whitney Houston is.
Right.
That girl's like 5.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Secondly, we've known that.
Oh boy.
Oh no! Oh no!
We're live.
This is not pre-recorded.
Technically, we've known that she's going to be playing a Little Mermaid the last 3 years. So
Yeah.
I don't know why everybody was so shocked at the trailer.
Yeah, because they weren't in the news. Yeah, they weren't in the news. So
That's how much of it though. Like at this point, and I think we talked about this too with House of the Dragon. Do we start to think that like Disney's kind of letting it happen because it's free press? You're talking about the movie. Nobody that was going to see the movie is going to not see it now. Like you were all excited when they mentioned this in the first place. You're all excited when you saw the trailer. Like I don't need to see another Little Mermaid movie, but I'm interested. I'll probably watch it. Like cool, great, like whatever. But now it's getting all this press for people that maybe didn't hear it. And if you're mad about it, fuck, you weren't going to see it anyway. Who cares?
right.
Or now you're going to see it probably so that you can critique it, but you're still giving them your money. So either way, it doesn't matter.
Or protest so they can make a big stink about like burning their tickets online after already paying money.
Exactly.
And
And
yeah,
then,
you're right.
Yeah, it's free money, but I'm super excited. The thing I'm most excited for is that Sebastian is David Diggs from Hamilton. Oh my god, I'm so excited. I hope that they change up his song and they let him rap and it's going to be amazing. And that's what I'm excited for.
I don't need David Diggs to do like some weird Jamaican accent. Like just let him be him and like have fun with it and do
Wait.
his own thing.
Shaggy's not Sebastian?
No.
He was Sebastian for like a Christmas special or something like that last year, the year before.
No, he was in the live action one that they did on TV, wasn't he?
That's what it was. That's what it was.
He walked out with like the oven mitts on.
I was like, bro,
so good. It's so good. You know what? Good for Shaggy, man. Cash that check, dog. You do you, bro.
Man, he's rich enough. I don't know why he did that. Disgraceful.
You know, because it was him. That's why.
F.
Washed man. Washed man.
Oh, shoot. Oh, man. All right. So that's it for the Disney.
What about
Wait. Time out. That's later. Disney Studios portion. We're moving on to Pixar. I don't know how interested you guys are in this, but Elemental releases June 16th. Win or Lose is coming out. Elio is coming out. Inside Out 2 is coming out. Same cast. Zootopia Plus is coming out. Iwaju is a movie that's coming out. Strange World is coming out. Wish is coming out. So they're pumping out a lot of content within the next 2 years.
I mean, Pixar's great. That even their misses are good and have some good things to them, except for Cars 2. But everything else is really good. Are they going to just keep treating them like crap though, and keep dumping them on Disney Plus? Like that's the real question. You know what I mean? Are they going to let these go back to theatrical, where like, Toy Story's made billions of dollars, and even some of their lesser hits, 500 mil here and there? Like, are they going to let them do that? That'll be interesting.
Yeah. I think that Inside Out 2 has to be a theatrical release. That was a big one. Zootopia Plus is going to be a series, I think.
Also, isn't that just Disney? That's not Pixar. Oh.
Yeah, I think that's their animation studios. Yeah. And I think you gotta watch for those new one-offs like Win or Lose or Elio. I think those are going to be bigger. I think those are going to be theatrical releases. So yeah, we'll see. I mean, Luca was good, and it came out on Disney Plus. So, and I watched that movie like 96 times. So. It's
Turning Red was great too, and that that got a bunch of bad press too for the same stuff that all these other ones are. But the movie was excellent, and that's not a movie made for me, but I loved it. It was hilarious.
Yeah. You said Pixar doesn't miss? How about The Good Dinosaur?
So, but there's parts of that movie, like the backgrounds look really great, and like it was a tech demo for the backgrounds. The story's awful, like it's really boring, but like there are good parts of their movies, again, except for Cars 2. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. It's not a good movie, but like there's interesting parts to watch in it. That's what I'll say. They're incredible animators, if nothing else.
Right. I agree. We watched it in Blu-ray the first time we saw it, and it was pretty nice. Anybody else? Anybody want to add to the Pixar segment before we move on to our next one?
I mean, that's a lot of shows, I'm pretty sure, or shows and movies. I'll catch 2 of them because of my son, but outside of that, I'm not going to go out of my way to watch the majority of those titles.
Yeah.
I'm 33. Pixar is over for me.
He doesn't like getting so emotional over a cartoon. And
you can't see him cry no more.
He can only do Toy Story 3 so many times.
Okay, that movie burned all of us.
Oh yeah,
that was rough. It was like Pokemon.
Oh yeah,
it was rough.
What? Jeez.
All right,
man.
Lucasfilm. All right, Willow releases November 30th.
Oh.
Yes, Lucasfilm is Willow is a Lucasfilm property. So, I never saw the first one. Don't care for it. I don't know. But maybe Shelby and Ben, you have different opinions.
Nope, never seen it.
Read that there was a movie that I never did see. And then the show just kind of, it looks cool. Like, I don't know. I like the fantasy stuff. And so it looks fun. It looks like every other fantasy stuff, Lord of the Rings, but, I'm going to do this with my friends kind of stuff. I don't know. I'll probably check it out, see what it's like. Hopefully it's not terrible, but yeah, no, I don't know. I never saw the movie. Don't really plan. So you'll just start with the show.
It'll probably be on, I think it's already on Disney Plus. You can probably watch it beforehand, but it's old. It's from the 80s.
It's 82 or something? 85?
Yeah.
Rough.
Something like that.
Gonna be rough. 40 years ago?
It just looks fun.
Rough.
Maybe it's the Lord of the Rings we all wanted and didn't get on Amazon Prime. It's
Oh,
just
shit.
Probably not. It's probably not.
Definitely not. Definitely not.
It's
All
for
right.
somebody though.
So, Andor, another trailer got released. It drops next, the 21st, like in a week and a half. So, that one's supposed to be a little bit better. It's going to be ground level spy shit. So, it's going to be a pretty down to earth Star Wars theme show. And I'm hoping we get some good acting out of it. So, how many episodes is it going to be, Ben?
I don't know. Probably. I would guess 8 though. It seems like they're going to keep their Star Wars to the same. I think Daredevil's the only one that stuck out being 18. I think most of them are going to be 6 to 8.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Bad Batch season 2. If you haven't watched Bad Batch season 1, Ben, you need to watch it. You need to go watch it. It's good.
Okay. I'll catch up. I'll get there before that comes out.
16
I got some
episodes for that one.
So is the first one too.
Yeah. Tales of the Jedi releases October 26th. Will, this is the one you should watch. This is
Short.
Is this
they're
this
short.
the anime one?
Yeah, this is the animation. It's not anime. It's going to be animation. The cartoon. Well, not cartoon. What is it? What is it? It's like cell shaded. What's that animation style?
It looked like Clone Wars. It looked CGI.
Yeah, it's like a cell.
It's the same thing.
Cell shaded CGI.
This looks
build.
good, and they're short though. But they already released the anime one too, and I didn't get through all of them. The Star Wars Visions, that one was good too. You'd probably like that one because they're not like canon. They're just like random takes on Star Wars more through an anime lens. And I think that'd probably be more up your alley than the actual show. But this
Yeah.
looks good too.
Yeah,
It has
well,
Ahsoka in it.
like this is like base level Star Wars stuff, so it doesn't get into like the weeds like episodes 1 and 2 did in the movies. And it's gonna have good acting. I think Samuel L. Jackson's gonna be in one of the episodes. It's gonna be real good.
There's like a Dooku backstory when he was like a Jedi that was like in the trailer that looks really cool.
Yeah, you're gonna actually care about some of these characters instead of what it was before.
No, I am not.
Look, I promise you, you're gonna like the way you look. No, seriously, it's a little. The animation stuff is a little bit better than the movies because it explains more and it's a better story. And of course, you can do whatever you want in the animation stuff. I just saw a list.
They have more freedom for it.
I saw a list the other day. It was like shows with a perfect rating of episodes, either a 10 or a 9.9. And Clone Wars, Star Wars Clone Wars, the last 2 episodes are on there twice. Breaking Bad's on there, of course. And then, God, I forgot the other ones. One series had 6 near perfects.
Stranger Things.
Stranger Things, I think, had 2. But I'm just saying, the animation stuff is way better. Anywho,
Yeah.
I'll find that graphic later and I'll put it up. And then Mandalorian Season 3, Ahsoka coming out in 2023. Jude Law's in the Skeleton Crew. Jude Law's getting that Disney check big time.
Again, yeah.
Yeah, this is his. So he's going to go for the trio. So he's now in a Disney fairy
Harry
movie or
Potter.
whatever. He's going for the regular Disney, the Star Wars, and the Marvel, which the girl from Mulan already has. What's her name? I forgot her name.
Ming-Na Wen?
Yes, Ming-Na Yes.
Yeah. I was wondering which Mulan you were talking about. You're actually talking about like original Mulan.
Original.
Okay, got you.
Original. And then I didn't know that Indiana Jones was part of Lucasfilm because I'm not an Indiana
produced
Jones
it.
fan. I knew that, but I never thought it was his production company. But
Yeah.
that comes out June 30th. I know you're a big fan of that. So
Love it. He looks so happy. Like he's like, man, Force sucked. This is gonna be great. He like sort of cried like announcing the trailer. I don't know if you saw that clip. Like he looks really, really happy that this movie's coming out. I'm excited for him. Indy rules, except for 4.
Are you talking about Harrison Ford, or are you talking about
Harrison Ford? No, Harrison Ford came out.
Okay.
And was like announcing it, and like literally, like he's like, "This one's good. Like you're gonna love it." And I think there was like a picture of him and I forget the actor's name, but the guy who played Short Round, and then he just came back for his like first movie role in Everything, Everywhere, All at Once. And it's like it was like 40 years between movie roles for him. I'm wondering if he's in it because there were a couple pictures that dropped. So I'm assuming he was at D23, which would be really cool if they gave him another crack and he doesn't get to be an annoying kid anymore. He's like a fun, you know, adult.
Yeah, I wonder how it's going to be. And I might watch all 4 leading up to it. I don't know. I tried to watch the first one like 5 or 6 times, and I'm bored the whole time. I just need to get over that and get through it. Unlike some people that are scared to watch Stranger Things.
No thanks. I mean, if y'all are into people getting mutilated and bent out of shape, have at it.
All right. So 20th Century Fox, this is the last Disney property. Avatar is coming out December 16th. And they're going to release it in 3D and, you know, all the stuff. They're going to probably break all the records. So this is their biggest
They're going
one.
to re-break the record with Avatar first because they're going to re-release that. I think that's sometime this month. Yeah. And now I got to cash in my promise. I've never seen it, and I said, hey, whenever it comes back to theaters, I'll go see it proper in IMAX. Now I got to go freaking see the first one.
Yeah.
But if I rode the ride at Disney, does that count as seeing the movie?
It should. Which ride? Which one? Because there's 2, and only one is good.
I think I did both of them. The one where you're riding on the fake. Or you're riding on the thing and it it makes it look like you're flying on the thing. Yeah,
that's the good one. Yeah,
Pandora.
You guys can save your money and rewatch Pocahontas. You've got Avatar.
I think Fern Gully was a Fox movie. I think that's on Disney Plus now too, right? Can I just watch that?
Oh man.
Pocahontas is literally Avatar.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah. There's a lot of things that line up with Avatar, the first one, but. You know, is Michelle Rodriguez in the second one? Did they bring her back? That was their big pull with the first one. That she was like
she was in the trailer. I'm not sure.
I didn't even know she was in the first movie. That was their big pull with the first one.
That was what because
Sigourney Weaver's their big pull for the first one.
Well, yeah,
Michelle Rodriguez.
Yeah. Well, remember this is the middle of like Fast and the Furious coming back out, so it was a big Michelle Rodriguez pull. So
she their big pull this time since we're on Fast and Furious 10.
She died or
shit. The spoiler, the movie came out 12 years ago.
Yeah, man, it's hard, man. It's hard. But no, I shouldn't have said that. No. But it was real ambiguous, so you don't know. Percy,
just like in another franchise she's in.
Yeah. Percy Jackson and the Olympians. That looks like it's going to be another Disney series for the teens. And Proud Family, Louder and Prouder, season 2.
Loved the Proud Family so much.
The first season was all right. It was just a lot of nonsense.
I'm just talking about the old show. The old show is my favorite.
Yeah. I think that's why they rebooted it.
To say, you watched the first season of the new one?
Yeah. I had to.
Better man than me. The majority of these remakes I'm never going to see.
Oh man. All right.
Please give us something new.
So what we're going to do here, this is the end of part 1 of the podcast. We're going to record part 2 back to back. So you'll hear the outro music on the stream, but you can stay on and tune in for the second part. We're going to be talking about the NFL Week 1 and college football Week 1 because it was mayhem.
Are we going to get copyrighted for that?
Yeah, we can't play the music like that, man. You trying to get us striked?
I can sing it.
Yeah. But if you decide to skip the NFL portion, we'll see you next time. on the Dug In Pod.
There's some music She-Hulk was playing for date night.
This is that Lo-Fi Beats channel that got ripped off of YouTube. That's what this is. Girl's been studying for a test for 7 years.